I'd like to welcome you to the Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placement Service Stakeholders Forum and the strategic plan launch as well.
Cabinet Secretary in charge of Minister of Education, Dr. Ambassador Amina Mohammed, the Principal Secretary in charge of University and Research, Principal Secretary TVET, directors and CEOs of state corporations who have with us today, members of the Placement Service Board, vice chancellors of our Kenyan universities and their registrars who have come today, the principals of our national polytechnics and the TTIs and their registrars, our partners whom we have been working together, other invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We have convened this forum, Madam CS, for two reasons. One is that we have completed processing the applications for placement to universities and colleges, and this is for the cycle for the academic year 2018-2019. And having completed, I note this has been done with a record of 3 months after the KCSE results were given to us, and we are ready to give you these results today. But I would like to say that in preparation for the processing of placement, there are a few events that took place. The activities included working with the Kenya National Examinations Council. They provided us with a list of candidates who are registered for the exam in September, an up-to-date list. And that is the one we used, and we validated what we were receiving from schools with that. After that, the universities and colleges submitted to us the various programs they would like to offer during the coming academic year. And once we obtained that, and even the numbers that they want to take, we validated that with the main regulators of the ministry, that is the Commission for University Education and the TVET authority. Following that, the results of KCSE were released, and that was given to us. But before that, we asked all the schools to submit the application data for their students before they left schools after exams. And we received, as you are going to see, a good number of applications through the schools. After the KCSE results were released, that data was given to us. And I want to thank NEC, because after the release, the official release, they were able to give us the results data within 14 days. So today, Honorable CS, we have results for placement for the 606,394 candidates who did KCSE, and we received the results from NEC. And we processed their placement on the basis of their choices. I'm glad to announce there is no one applicant who has been placed in a course or in a university which they did not choose, either during school application, during the first revision, or during the second revision. It's one of the choices. These results for the placement are now ready for you to release to the stakeholders, because the providers are waiting for them. There is something that confuses people called cutoff points. I want to clarify that cutoff points are the lowest point at which a subject or a course admits students. And why it stops at that cutoff point is because the capacity of that course has filled. So that cutoff point is there only when the capacity of the course has filled. There are many courses which don't fill their capacities and therefore don't have cutoff points. and those courses are still open to receive students. Before I move to the other reason why we are here, I wish to mention that we are continuously improving the placement database. As you are aware, all our processes are automated. The students themselves communicate to us through the portal. These institutions submit and receive data from us through the portal. The schools do the same, and there is nowhere we do exchange of physical papers. We are continuously improving that, and we are in the process of reconfiguring our database to enable universities and colleges to directly access the lists of their admitted students in their programs and export that data directly into their systems in a formatted manner through a programming configuration window, which we are creating for them. And Madam CS, by the time we start inter-institution transfers, that portal will be ready for use.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be here to get together with you today. Honorable CS, I'm delighted by your presence. I'd like to congratulate the efforts of CUPS towards this very important structure and all the progress that has been made in creating a structured system that significantly promotes the existing reforms of TVET within our aspects. And so thank you very much for these efforts. The KCSE and the results of the KCSE are extremely important to us as the TVET fraternity, but more especially to create a viable option for our youth, to enable them to create various pathways and to promote pathways for self-employment and gainful employment. With the adoption of competency-based education training in our TVET reforms, this in itself promotes capacities for young people to have pathways towards studying in TVET institutions and promoting their involvement in self-employment and gainful employment opportunities. And I'd also like to stress, Waziri, that amongst all the crowds that we have here today and the people and the academic brilliance that exists, we have a lot of principals of TVET institutions, and they're extremely eager and excited and enthusiastic towards realizing their full potential, which currently, is only 5%. And so there's a lot of opportunity with our 750 vocational education institutions, our 280 TTIs, and our 11 polytechnics to increasingly absorb a lot more students as far as enrollment is concerned. And so it's this realization that I hope to work very closely with CUPS to promote the campaigns, to promote the structures, and to see to it that our youth have viable options both at universities and TVET education. I'd like to close by thanking you once again and assuring you of our continued support and my sincere gratitude to all your efforts towards building the structure. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a very important occasion, and I have the pleasure to advise this forum for the first time, organized by the Kenya Universities and College Central Placement Service, meant to release selection results for universities and colleges for 2017 KCSE candidates. I'd like to make a remark relating to the transition from JAP to CUPS. I think Muragoli has made it very well, which is that I wish to note with pride and confidence that the function today is a clear testimony that CUPS has now reached full maturity and independence following transition from former joint admission boards JAP that all of us knew about. I promise, as a PS in the State Department, that We will continue to give the placement agency all the support needed to carry out its functions diligently and with a lot of success, like they have explained to us. The Commission for Higher Education has in recent past identified areas that require attention from you as part of measures to improve quality of teaching, science and research in the universities.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am very, very pleased to join you all at this special forum in which we release the 2018-2019 placement cycle results, as well as launch the strategic plan of the Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placement Service. And I'll begin by first confirming to you that our government is very keen on enhancing the quality of learning in our public universities. In that connection, as you are aware, the Commission for University Education released results of a quality audit for all universities and constituency colleges, and they did this last year. I commend today all those institutions that have already put in place measures to address the gaps that were highlighted in the audit report. I urge all universities to fully embrace the spirit of reforms and to continually review programs in order for us to achieve high standards of teaching and of learning. Thirdly, the government is paying particular attention to the TVET subsector. In a few days, I'll be gazetting a national qualification framework which spells out clear TVET pathways for all learners who do not qualify to join universities directly. The ministry, ladies and gentlemen, is determined to ensure that no qualified student is denied a chance to join our local universities. I expect a report of the unplaced students within 2 weeks. Additionally, those who have secured courses but wish to transfer to other courses, as has been indicated again, will be given a 1-month window between the 1st of May and the 30th of May 2018 to explore alternative options. Meanwhile, all successful applicants for universities and colleges will be informed of their courses through a direct short message service, SMS. They can also view their placement details through the Placement Service Students Portal. All Vice-Chancellors and academic registrars will also be provided with their respective lists of placed students. Ladies and gentlemen, the number of students admitted to STEM courses has also been on the increase, from 20% levels recorded for a long time. Of the 62,851 already selected students, you'll be happy to note the 28,135, which is 44.76%, have been placed on STEM courses, compared to 34,716, which is 55.24%, who will be joining humanities. Of those joining STEM courses, 8,979, that's 31.91%, are female, while 19,156, 68%, are male. Let me conclude, ladies and gentlemen, by thanking all of you for being here, by commending the Placement Board, its management team and staff for a job very well done. Thank you very much. I also congratulate the Placement Service for developing a comprehensive strategic plan, which we will be launching shortly. Professor, it's now my pleasure to officially release the 2018-2019 Placement Cycle report, and I thank all of you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you for your remarks, Waziri. One more round of applause. Thank you so much. We'd ask that you would make your way down to the table. Yes, you can make your way down to the table that's so beautifully dressed as we officially launch the strategic plan for KUPS. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we have it, the launch of the strategic plan for the Kenya Universities and Colleges Placement Service. A rousing round of applause. And there you have it.
It's always refreshing. It's like you're starting a new year when we receive students to our universities and colleges. And so we are really grateful for each one of us that has come here. And we want to also thank the team at Kenya Universities College and Central Placement Service. They work very hard behind the scenes, and I want to, on behalf of all of us in universities, appreciate Dr. Muraguri and his team. They're an amazing team. Today, when our CS arrived, we were very pleased because we know we are starting. Every time you get a new person, there's freshness. And with the two PSs, we really appreciate. Some of us have worked with some, like Dr. Kevin Desai. There's a lot of freshness as we work with new people constantly. And so we really appreciate your coming here and starting this season with us as we go into the new year.
It has been an absolute pleasure being your MC this afternoon. Have a lovely day, and let's keep working hard for our bright minds. Good evening.